Welcome, family and friends of Mike and Kate. We are here today at the picturesque Lakes Country Club to witness and celebrate the marriage of these two beautiful people. How special it is to be here and how privileged we are to share their first day as husband and wife. I didn't think I was going to choke up. Okay.
As you can probably imagine, growing up as three sisters led to some pretty painful teenage years for our parents. But having to deal with two younger sisters wasn't easy on Kate either. As the eldest in our eyes, it was Kate's duty to generally pave the way for us so our parents would be easier on us following. Though it led to more fighting, she did exactly that. There are more times than we can count that she picked us up from a high school party, got mad at us for being too drunk, but still never told our parents. Kate... Surprise. Kate has always been the most supportive friend and sister. Well, I'm sure everyone knows Kate is sweet, loving, and kind. Many of us have been lucky enough to experience her fiercely protective and loyal side. A perfect example of this is when she called in sick to work, got in her car, and drove the 16-hour round trip to pick me up from the shoe shops after being dumped the day prior, without thinking twice about it or even being asked. When either of us need help or are overwhelmed, Kate, you're always our first call, and you'll always show up for us 100% of the time, no questions asked.
For those of you that don't know, Ian and I, we've known Mike for over 20 years. Really, there's no point in his life since he was 13 that we've missed combined. And believe me, there's a lot that we've seen.
One weekend, almost 9 years ago, Mike came to Vancouver Island to help with my mom's move. While we were there, we had a long discussion about both of our careers, and by the time we had finished, it was decided that I'd be joining the family business as its sixth employee. I realized pretty quickly that Mike and I's grandiose dreams of business growth were going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. However, no matter how challenging those early days were, Mike and I always had each other. Working with Mike can only be described in one way: effortless. From day one, we shared the same love and passion for customer service, and more importantly, for building relationships. Almost a decade later, I'm proud to report that Mike and I have our own desks and an office that's large enough to fit us both. Together, we have accomplished more than I could possibly have imagined, and yet nothing is more exciting than the prospect of building on those foundations.
With friendships and careers sorted, the only piece missing now was someone special. When Mike first told me about Kate, I knew immediately it was someone special. Mike had a sparkle in his eyes when he talked about her. He whispered to me early on, "She may be the one, bro." I was more reserved at first. She seemed too good to be true. Kate was kind, intelligent, beautiful, and most importantly, she was patient enough to put up with Mike's antics. As the years went on, I began to understand the dynamics of the relationship more and more. I understood how truly perfect you were for each other. Mike, you're a very lucky man to have Kate by your side.
Mike, when you came into Kate's life, you filled the place of having a brother and a son that we, but especially Bob, always wanted. You've really shown us what it's like to have an older brother, from showing zero mercy on the pickleball court, and based on the crowd's reaction, that's not based on your skill, but maybe more on ours. to our attempts to go beer for beer at North Point, or showing us and encouraging us the next feature on the mountain bike trail, but then still waiting while we did the ride around. We value your opinions so much, and you've become a huge role model for us. Thank you for showing us what it looks like to be such a loving and supportive partner to our sister, and making her the happiest we've ever seen her.
Mike, I've spent more time with you over the last 21 years than anyone else in my life. As a friend, we've shared countless laughs, numerous frustrations, and a positively endless amount of beer. Over the years, I've watched your caring and selfless demeanor change the lives of the people that you care for, myself especially. But what I love about you the most, Mike, is your ability to show humility amongst your friends and your compassion towards the ones that you love. I can't express how proud I am of the man that you've become and the family man that you're destined to be.
I think most people here will know this, but Mike, you're a man of uncompromising principles. You have a strong character. You're trustworthy, loyal to a fault, and you always hold yourself and your friends to the highest standard. I believe that these are some of the best virtues you can have as a person. I also believe that they are rare. You should always be proud of these character traits. I think we all know how much your parents, Ed and Susan, are also deserving of this credit in how they raised you. I'm so happy, and you are so lucky that you found in Kate someone who will strive to make you an even better person. I know that journey will last for the rest of your lives, and I can't wait to watch it.
We are so thankful we've been able to watch you two build such a beautiful life together, Piper included, and can't wait to see what the future holds for you. There's no doubt in our mind it's full of love and happiness.
We love you guys so much. Everyone raise your glasses. Let's do a cheers to Tinder for making this all possible.
I'm mic'd up now. You got all this going.
Mike, I've seen you grow so much in the last 2 decades, and I'm filled with pride to see the man that you've become today. And Kate, although we haven't known each other as long, it was obvious from the first time we met what Mike saw in you. You were disarming and genuine. You are easygoing and thoughtful, and you have the perfect amount of rigor to keep that soon-to-be husband of yours in line. Mike, Kate, you are making a promise to one another to share in all of life's adventures, to support each other through the challenges that arise, and to continue to grow and learn together. You have chosen to join your lives together in marriage, and we are all here for you and to witness this beautiful union.
biggest heart. You're the sweetest, smartest, most hardworking person I know. You make me laugh so hard, and I have the best time when I'm with you, no matter what we're doing. You're my number one call when anything good or bad happens. Thank you for putting up with my moods and always making me feel better. I'm so thankful to have met you and that I get to spend so much time with you. I can't wait for our future together. We're going to build the best life. So I felt this way after 6 months, and I have loved you more every day since. Thank you for always helping me dream big, for always having my back, showing me how to have fun no matter what we're doing. I admire how thoughtful you are, how hard you work, and how impressively and passionately you pick up new skills, and the way you love others. Thank you for being the best dog dad to Piper, for being my biggest supporter, and for always loving my family like your own. Thank you for fighting for me at the beginning. I will. Okay. I promise to spend the rest of my life fighting for us. You are my favorite person, and I cannot wait for our future. We have so much to look forward to, and you know I always have your back.
Kate, on July 10th of 2019, everything changed. Oh, here we go. I knew from the moment that I laid eyes on you that this was the love of my life, and my life was going to take a massive turn. You're the most beautiful and genuine person I've ever met. I'm head over heels for you. In the relatively short period of time we have been together, we have already began building the life we had dreamed of with Piper, and I'm so excited for the next chapter of our lives with a few more new additions. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. It'll be a while, so hold on. As we have said to each other so many times, I cannot wait to call you my wife and continue to build our family and life together as your husband. Oh, here's where it gets deep. Okay. Kate, today, surrounded by the people who love us the most, I take you to be my spouse, my best friend, my number one supporter, to laugh with you, to cry with you, to grow with you, to create with you. I promise to choose you every day. I promise to love you, to respect you, promise to support you in your path, and promise to grow old with you. Above all else, I promise to show you how lucky I am to have you by my side. I'm so proud of you and who you've become. I love you so much.
It is now my profound honor to present to you, for the first time as husband and wife, Mike and Kate.
Welcome to the beautiful Lakes Country Club in vibrant Palm Desert, in the geographical center of the Coachella Valley. Thanks so much for joining both the Allen and the Wilding families in the celebration of Kate and Michael's marriage. Ed and I are so proud of Michael for his exquisite taste. Got that right? Exquisite taste in choosing Kate as his wife. But I do have to tell you, back in the beginning of the Kate and Mike story, our lovely Kate, who we adore, did not make life easy for him. But Mike was besotted and determined. So here we are today celebrating their union. Can I please ask you to make the first toast of the evening to Kate and Michael Wilding, which, by the way, I'm thrilled that she's taking our name, with love. To Michael and Kate.
I'd like to say we are very proud of Kate and Mike and happy for both of them starting out their lives together. When you have children, you just hope they grow up to be happy. And Kate got a very good start as the first child amongst all our friends. She got tons of attention from everybody we knew.
Another thing about Kate you may not know is that she's a very private person. She was dating Mike for 3 months before Mom and I even knew that he existed. And when we asked, who's this Mike guy? She said, oh, you'll be really happy, Dad, because he's a fire guy. He sells fire equipment. I went, oh, yeah, okay. Well, what's his last name? And he said, it's Wilding. And I go, oh, my God, Kate, you don't know how long I've known this man for. And his father. So I'd known Mike for 15 years and his father at least 25 years. And we bought and sold fire equipment together for a long, long time. So it was a bit of a shock to her for that. But she thought she was being a little private for the 3 months, and it turns out, buddy, a long time. Now, Mike comes with a lot of great attributes. He's a great pickleballer. He's not a bad golfer. Excuse me, no, okay, he's not as great as he says he is then. But he's a very good businessman. He's very good at mountain biking, but the one thing you might not know about Mike is he's an old-fashioned guy. And one day Mike calls me up and says, Bob, what do you say we go mountain biking on Frome? And I go, my daughter's boyfriend's calling me, an old guy, to go on up with him and do some mountain biking. I thought, cool, I'll do it. So we meet each other on Frome Mountain in North Vancouver, and we go for a mountain bike climb, and we decide when we get to the bottom of the hill, which is about a 5.5K climb, that we're going to do it as fast and as hard as we can to get there. That doesn't leave any opportunity for really chatting back and forth. So we make our way to the top. I'm breathing heavy. He's not, of course. And we get to the top of the mountain, and we decide we're going to go down the single track all the way to the bottom. So when we get to the bottom, Mike decides, hey, why don't we go to North Point Brewery and have ourselves a couple of cold pints? And I thought, great idea after a good run. So we go down to North Point Brewery, and as we're pulling in there with our bikes, there's a couple of fire guys that were on my job, and we have them come over. Come on over, you guys. Let's chew it over. Of course, Mike being super social, we're yakking away like crazy. And before long, a couple pints in this, it's time to probably go home. So Mike and I walk back to our trucks. We say goodbye to the fire guys. We walk back to our truck, throw our bikes in the back of our pickup trucks because we came separately. And he goes, hang on a minute. I've been waiting to talk to you for the longest time. And I'm going, what is it? What's going on? I mean, it's our first date. So he says, I've been waiting to ask you if I can have your daughter's hand in marriage. And I went, oh, my God, you've got to be killing me. I said, of course you can. I love you, man. You're the greatest guy. And for sure, Mike and I gave each other 3 or 4 hugs and left, right, a couple of hugs like this. And Mike said he was happy. He drove away smiling, and I drove away to my house in Lions Bay crying with happiness, of course. And so between Kate, how much we love you to death, you know that. And Mike, you and your family are our family. We love you to death. I'd like everyone just to raise a glass again. I'm not trying to get you drunk. And have a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Wilding.
I just want to tell a story about the first time I met Kate. Michael invited us for dinner in a little restaurant in North Vancouver. And we got there, got a table. Michael excused himself to visit the men's room. He'd gone, and within 5-10 seconds, this gorgeous young woman sat next to me, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm with my wife, Susan. And anyway, thank God she spoke up and said, no. She said, my name is Kate, and I'm Michael's date for tonight. This is about 3 years ago, I'd say. So I said, oh, okay. And I said, that explains it. So I said, what's your last name, Kate? And of course she said, Alan. And I said, are you a local girl? Where do you live? She said, oh, well, Lions Bay. And so I knew a fellow by the name of Alan. So I said to Kate, is your dad's name Bob? And she said, how did you know? Kate is not only a beautiful girl on the outside, But as we've gotten to know her, we've absolutely found out that she is beautiful on the inside too. She's very caring, very loving, and very kind on the inside as well. She's a lovely, lovely person. I remember in the early stages, Michael came to me and said, I guess over a beer or coffee or whatever it was, and he says, "Dad, what do you think of Kate?" I remember saying, "Michael, she is a gem. Don't lose her." I wanted to say, I've told you the story about meeting Kate for the first time, but because when I met Michael for the first time was the day that he was born, because I was there when he was actually born, and he was indeed a beautiful baby, 7 pounds 8 ounces. He was a little premature, but as you can see, he has regained some of that premature weight and height. So he's one hell of a guy. As many of you who have children, you look back at the different stages of their lives as they're growing up. University is the heartbreak stage where they leave to go to university. And you think it's hard on them, but it's hard on the parents because, especially Michael being our only son, the results, of course, when they come back from university, they have transpired into grown adults and mature individuals that you love so much and you're so damn proud of them. And this will go on forevermore. It really will. So Michael and Kate, the fact that these two people have met each other is a great thing for themselves, and also a very lucky day for them both, because I think they're a very, very lovely and lucky young couple, no question about that. But I would like to say that, because there are so many people here that have affected Michael's life in a very positive way, it does, to me, reflect the amount of goodwill and good wishes for these couple here that we all collectively wish for them. And it's amazing that there's so many of them here today. So thank you very much for coming. So let me just say one big thank you for all those concerned that have affected Michael's life in a very, very positive way. And he's worked hard, mind you, I know that, and he's contributed heavily to our family business. So I would also like to ask you to raise your glasses and toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Michael Wilding.
I remember the day Kate was born. She was the apple of our eye, so tiny and precious. And we loved how she brought her big sister role to our daughters, a shining example they would aspire to follow. She also brought her strengths as an athlete, from soccer to mountain sports. Kate is also an accomplished mountain biker, dirt biker, etc. Goes on. And just recently, you may have noticed she's been demonstrating her considerable organizational skills. I mean, who else could pull this off? Yes, Kate, we are so proud of you. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention your superb choice in Mike Wilding as the amazing husband he will be. It is now my pleasure to offer a toast to our beautiful and stunning couple, Mike and Kate.